discussion for today is all about strategic planning and business unit. So let's begin our discussion with business mission. So of course, in everything that we do in marketing, it has to have a mission, a kind of a direction which we need to go through in the implementation of whatever we want to do. So, each business unit needs to define its specific mission within the broader company mission. So, if there is a broader company mission in each company business, strategic business unit must have its own mission and must achieve the main or the broader company mission. Now, when we're talking about business unit strategic planning, we will also be talking about the SWOT analysis, goal formulation, strategic formulation, and program formulation and implementation. Now, here is an example of how a strategic plan is conducted and implemented in the context of a business unit. So first, of course, we start with a business mission. And we already know what is mission and how to craft a mission. Then, we conduct what we call a SWOT analysis, which talks about the external and internal environment. And now, with respect to SWOT analysis, we talk about the specific internal and external environment. Then we formulate goals. We formulate strategies, and then we formulate specific programs in order for us to arrive in a certain goals, and then we implement. And then after implementation, we get feedback and control and go back to the business mission whether or not the business mission is achieved or not. Now, if it's not achieved yet, we go back again to SWOT analysis, and so on, the cycle never ends. So now let's proceed with SWOT analysis, or the strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. SWOT analysis is a very important tool in this situation analysis before you conduct any marketing campaign or any form of strategic marketing. So strength is a marketing opportunities is an area of a buyer need and interest that a company has a high probability of profitably satisfying. So strength simply talks about the capability of a particular company in a specific market scenario. Your strength. So next is the weaknesses. So when we talk about weaknesses stop an organization from performing at its optimum level. They are areas where the business needs to improve to remain competitive. So a weaknesses like a weak brand, higher than average turnover, high levels of debt, inadequate supply chain, or lack of capital. Next is the opportunities. Opportunities refer to the favorable external factors and could give an organization a competitive advantage. For example, if a country cuts tariff, a car manufacturer can export its car into a new market, increasing sales and market share. And then we have what we call the threats. Threats refer to the factors that have the potential to harm an organization. For example, a drought is a threat to a wet producing company as it may destroy or reduce the crop yield. Other company threats include things like rising costs of materials, increasing competition, tight labor supply, and so on. Now, when dealing with business unit strategic planning, we have to recognize certain market opportunities in order for us to be able to capitalize on these opportunities and make profit. Now, market opportunities may be in different forms. So a company may benefit from converging industry trends and introduce hybrid product or services new to the market. A company may make a buying process more convenient or efficient. A company can meet the need for more information and advice. A company can customize a product or services, and so on. So now, after looking at opportunity, we have to set the goal by looking at the different opportunities that we see in a specific market. We have to formulate goals and must arrange hierarchy from most to least important. Objective should be quantitative whenever possible. Goals should be realistic, which means that goals should be realistic, so we have a concept of SMART goals, which means specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound, and objective must be consistent. Then we have strategic formulation. After knowing what our goals, we formulate strategies. Goals indicates what a business unit wants to achieve. Strategy is a game plan for getting there. Every business must design a strategy for achieving its goals, consisting of a marketing strategy and compatible technology strategy and sourcing strategy. So these are Porter's generic strategies: the overall cost leadership, differentiation, and focus. In overall cost leadership, the firms work to achieve the lowest production and distribution costs so that they can underprice competitors and win market share. In differentiation, the business concentrate on achieving superior performance in an important customer benefits area valued by a large part of the market. The next is the focus. The business focuses on one or more narrow market segments, gets to know them intimately, and pursues either cost leadership or differentiation within the target segment. Another strategies is what we call alliances. Now, there are several kinds of alliances that can be undergone by different companies. One of that is product or services alliance. Second is promotional alliance. So here, two or more companies join together to promote one specific goods or services. Next is the logistics alliance, wherein e-commerce company hire a legislative partners that would deliver products to the target customers. So last is the pricing collaboration, which of course, let's say for example, hospital and oil company actually have pricing collaboration, wherein if one reduce a centavo, then other one also do the same. This is what we call pricing collaboration. Then we have implementation. Implementation with all of the goals and strategies. Strategy implementation is the translation of chosen strategy into organizational action so as to achieve strategic goals and objectives. So these are the main steps in implementing a strategy. First, developing an organization having potential of carrying out strategy successfully. Next is disbursing of abundant resources to strategy essential activities. So you have to allocate resources well. Next is creating strategy encouraging policies. So you have to create a policy that enables the human resource of developing certain creative strategies. So next is employing best policies and programs for constant improvement. So if there is a good programs, you have to develop it more to perfect it. Next is linking reward structure to accomplishment of result. So this is in relation to human resource, that if a particular employee is preparing well, then you have to provide a reward structure for accomplishing. The last is making use of strategic leadership. So the last strategic planning process is feedback and control. Feedback and control is a very important aspect in strategic planning and implementation because this is where you get the information that would help you to formulate a better strategy or the next strategic planning and implementation that will happen in your company. Strategy evaluation is as significant as strategy formulation because it throws light on the efficiency and effectiveness of the comprehensive plans in achieving the desired results.